So the subject I picked for identifying the skill you need to develop or eliminate is uh, interrupting less in a conversation. I feel like when I interrupt in a conversation, it's just the thought of me trying to get my point across. Because normally, when I'm in an argument or a disagreement or something, I feel like the person that I'm talking to is not getting my side of the story. And when they completely ignore my side of the story or like my point that I'm trying to make, I feel like I don't know, I feel like I have to interrupt them, or I don't know, it's a bad habit that I have because I want them to understand what I'm trying to say to them and what I'm trying to get across to them. So I don't know, I just subconsciously interrupt them because I feel like it's just rude on their part not to understand where I'm trying to come from because I'm trying to understand where they're coming from, even though it's rude for me to interrupt them. Identify your current level of the skill. I feel like I'm out of a scale of 10, I'm at a probably like 3 because half the time I want to truly listen to them and get their point. But I feel like half the time in an argument nowadays, people don't understand the points of others. So I think I really need to work on it and get along with the person that I'm talking to or in an argument with. Uh, how far are you from your goal? Like I said, if I'm at a 2 out of 10, I feel like I'm at like an 8. I really need to work on it better. But I really don't, it's kind of hard for me to work on it because I really don't get in that many arguments with people. So it's up and down on me trying to work on it. It's kind of just like short bursts that I need to work on because I'm really not an argumentative person with people, I guess. Identify factors that have possibly contributed to this deficiency. Uh, when I used to argue with people, it used to be with my family, and everyone in my family they like to scream and yell and all that stuff, and I feel like I got it from them. Uh, I feel like I'm this way because I don't know. When I always used to argue with my parents, especially my dad, I felt like he never used to listen to what I was trying to tell him. So it's kind of just like you get what you receive, or I give off what I receive. So when people are doing the same thing that my dad used to do or my mom used to do, I would not listen to them and I would just interrupt them. And my dad always used to interrupt me, and my mom used to interrupt me, like everyone used to. So I just feel like that's where I got it from, and that's like some of the factors of where I got it from and where I'm getting it, and that's where I really need to work on. What steps will you take to improve the skill? Not worry about where I need to get it, like not worry about me. I don't need to worry about what I'm trying to get across. I need to listen to the other person and I need to fill out what they're saying or hear what they're saying because they really want to get their needs met too. So I need to get that in control and everything. Describe how you plan to begin and keep up with your behavioral change. Like I said, when I'm in an argument, I really need to remind myself that the other person's just trying to get their point across. And the same thing that like my parents used to do to me, I'm doing to them, so then they will most likely spread it to another person. So I need to keep that in my head when stuff goes on because that can easily spread. And I feel like that's what's happened in our culture is just everyone's about me when it's an argument. And I feel like that's a way that it can be killed, and so it won't happen anymore.